Hey there, Tom Hicks, CPA here. My company is JT Hicks and Company, Tax Advisors and Consultants. And today I'm here to talk to you about 5 things that you can do between now and the end of the year to affect the outcome of your tax return. Listen, here it is, the big one. Number one, retirement planning. Now, look, I know that, I encounter so many, new clients and prospective clients that are not doing anything in the way of retirement planning. I just met with a prospective new client just a week ago, 67 years old, has not saved a penny for retirement. Maybe he just believed that Social Security would and Medicare would take care of him or, give him really all he needed. But look, you're leaving money on the table. Most of you, if you're employed by, other than self-employed, right? If you're employed by a company, chances are really good that you have some type of employer-sponsored retirement plan. Could be a 401k, could be something called a simple plan. Also could be something called a SEP or a simplified employee pension. You are probably leaving free money on the table by not contributing to your retirement plan. If you are contributing to a retirement plan, the overwhelming number of clients that I see, both new and continuing and returning clients, are not putting enough in that 401k. And remember, your employer will match up to a certain amount as provided in that plan, some of the money that you put in. So, by not participating in these plans altogether, you're literally leaving free money on the table. If you do nothing, the employer doesn't have to do anything. So, at the very least, I encourage you to, maybe look at that and see, what you do have to put in to be able to get, some of the matching money that can go into your retirement plan. Now, here's, there are other concerns around this sort of thing in that, the like 401k and some of these plans, it doesn't matter what your income is, doesn't matter what your spouse's income is. In an employer-sponsored plan, you have no hoops that you have to jump through. You are only limited by whatever the code says is this is the maximum that you can put into your retirement plan, which by the way changes based on your age, right? So the older you get, the more you can plug into that plan. It's called the catch-up provision. So if you're not aware of that, I encourage you to, to look into that. But there's no hoops to jump through with an employer-sponsored plan. You don't have to do anything to qualify other than be employed and, be expected to earn above whatever the plan says is, required for minimum participation. So think about that because again, no hoops to jump through and you can get this done before the end of the year. You can look at your contributions. If they're not enough, you can change it to make it higher. You have between now and the last payroll in December to be able to get this done. Now, it doesn't stop there, right? You still have more opportunities, and almost everybody's heard of either a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. Now, traditional and Roth IRAs have hoops that you have to jump through, which is why I say better to start with your employer plan, no hoops to jump through. Once you've sort of maxed out that opportunity, look, you can go and put money into a traditional IRA. Now, it may or may not be tax deductible, which is determined by your other income, right? So if your other income is too high and you're participating in your employer's retirement plan, you may be prevented from making that contribution tax deductible. You can still put the money in, even if you exceed all of the guidelines. That's just the guidelines to make it tax deductible. So my feeling is you may not be able to make that contribution tax deductible, but you can make it tax free. Okay, so of course I'm talking about something called the Roth IRA backdoor conversion, and where you can put money into an IRA, a traditional IRA, and if you are, because of your income, you're prevented from getting a deduction for that, then you go and convert it to a Roth. This is called a backdoor Roth conversion, and you can make that money tax-free now, right? So almost, very few people don't know about a Roth, IRA, but essentially you put money into it. It's not tax deductible in this current year, but when you retire and you start drawing on those funds, not taxable, right? So lots and lots and lots of people of our clients are looking at doing these conversions over a period of time before they retire, so that when they do retire, they've got a stream of tax-free income. And the other great benefit of the Roth is that one generation can inherit your Roth IRA completely tax-free. So a lot of families are looking very seriously at, the whole conversion process and as part of their estate plan. So, okay, there you have it. My top 5 quick things that you can do between now and the end of the year to affect the outcome of your tax return. So I'm Tom Hicks with JT Hicks and Company Tax Advisors and Consultants, and I look forward to seeing you next time.